hey. This time I just got caught up playing fucking Battlefield Gothic 2. I love me some hams. Anyway, we're here now, and that means it's time for Metro. And I promised you last time we would spend some time on the train, and that's what we'll be doing. Well, at least to start. There will be other things, more Metro things, more of the things we do as Artyom. I also gotta think of like a hams game that we can play on stream. Something that would be interesting to watch. Like, you know, I love Dawn of War and everything, but it's not exactly entertaining to look at, nor is it entertaining to talk about. Probably Space Marine. Oh, the witch is suggesting... Okay, she was going to suggest something, but it's gone now. Oh, no. She suggested a blind playthrough of the Eisenhorn games. You know, those things that were released on mobile, that then got ported to the PC. No thank you. No thank you. I do wish Games Workshop would just kind of get their proverbial shit together in general, but they won't. They're Games Workshop. It's not what they do.
The plan went south. When the Baron learned of our presence, he blocked the gate. And now it can only be opened from atop the tower. Luckily, the Baron is not in a hurry to kill us. Quite the opposite. He invited me to come up to his penthouse, on the condition that
I'm sorry? Did you not...
kind of an offer. I really have no choice.
Where did you save this, Artyom? Artyom, what was the last thing you wrote down?
But she just vanished. I guess.
We may have to just 420 blaze it through the last encounter here. That's fine. It's not like we don't know what we're doing. But I guess last time when we closed the game, decided it didn't feel like saving anything. Okay, sure, fine and good and cool. We'll get to that train, I promise. Shake it off. We'll see where it is that it drops us. Somewhere exciting, apparently. It's still very exciting. At least there's that. And people are shooting. Okay.
Look at the carnage.
Oh, alright. Well, that's fine. Yeah. Previously we did.
Whoa! Oh, impressive. So, this is the plan Gül was talking about.
What the hell is going on there?
A lot.
I'll send people to cover your retreat.
Okay. Just hang on a second. I gotta steal everything off of Saul's body here. Because that dipshit tried to kill me. Alright, I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm here. Yeah. We remember this.
So, you wanted to create a new world with this? Not happening! Your misguided attempt!
I mean, I'm not entirely sure how it is he figured he was going to be walking out of that.
I got her! Take the Baron!
It's the strongest who survives!
Artyom, your head's in the way.
Because, you know, as soon as Demir helps Gül up, then it's a 3-on-1, and I don't know what his exit strategy was.
I'll never forget it. But this war has only started for me, and I must see it to the end. The winning end.
Let's go, Artyom. Thank you for helping my people.
You're welcome, still.
Forever.
Even though we all collectively forgot that I had done this.
You're back, my love.
Yeah.
I was so worried.
I agree, Pi.
Fanatics in the
There we
valleys
go.
of Volca. Cannibals in the mountain bunker.
Boy.
Slavers on the shores of the dried out sea.
Yeah, how many monsters, or were they just there to begin with? We've heard that before. To the train. It's been some time since we've been on the train. It's been some time since my eyeballs have been burnt like this. There we go. There we go. Hey, it's that charm we found. You can also hang the fish one up. But I didn't like the fish people.
Damn coughing. We've left those sands long ago, and it still persists.
It's because you got super tuberculosis.
What does Crest even smoke? It's terrible. In any case, I'm better now.
She's not.
To interrupt, guys, but you should come to the mess hall. The table is almost served.
Sick. Thanks, Stepan.
Thanks, Stepan. We'll be there in a moment. Shall we go, Artyom? Or shall we stay a little longer? It's so nice. You know, Artyom, I've been looking at Stepan and Katya, you and me, and thinking how lucky we are. It was so different with my parents. It was bad.
I mean, you really shouldn't
Did I
be.
ever tell you why my mom died?
You didn't.
Of course I didn't. It was because of Dad. He used to be even harsher back then. Used to come home from the barracks and reach for the bottle while taking off his boots. They'd quarrel,
Here.
and then he'd stop appearing for a time.
Yeah, there you go. You want to keep your fluids up.
And while he was away, she'd start drinking too, and crying when she was sober. She'd feel better, would get kinda dreamy when drunk. You know how she used to call me? Just A. She'd hug me and say, "One day, A, you and I are going to go to Vladivostok, the city I was born in. And from there to a village on the ocean shore." I was 5 back then and didn't really get much. But I could imagine that village and the ocean so vividly because I believed her. And then she killed herself. Drank some kind of poison. Father quit drinking after Mom's death. Didn't ever pay much attention to me, but with her gone, he'd never leave me alone. Took me along everywhere. We only talked about her a couple of times, though. I used to have this doll, Jana. I played make-believe that she was my daughter, and we went to the ocean together. Then my father hid it. Told me it got lost. He probably didn't want me to agonize over Mom's dream. Then I imagine she grew up and went to Vladivostok. And now I'm going. Not to Vladivostok, but with you. The dream came true. By the way, I was always intrigued by what Dad dreams about. He should have some dreams, so what are they? Higher rank? He could choose any. Saving people? What would the saved do next? Sit underground? I never understood him. What does he hope for in life? What makes him happy? Nothing, perhaps. He never really had any time to think about tomorrow. Down in the metro, those thoughts don't come casually. Here on the surface, though. I, for one, have something I want to do. I want to run through the sand barefoot. Build a sandcastle for the kids. I'm imagining 2. A boy and a girl. The boy would be a copy of you. We'd go swimming with mountains behind us. Wooden houses on the shore. The sun would wake us up every day, rising from the ocean. That harbor is our destination. Worth going there even if we have half the world to cross. Everyone should have a destination. A point on the map where they aspire to go, and where one could finally be happy. All our guys have their own. We broke out of the metro and are now starting to scatter. Not at once, of course. At first, we're all still running together, searching. But eventually, each of us will find a point like this and stay there. I don't know where my dad's destination is. Don't know where yours is either. But I know I love you a whole lot.
Well, and this is where paths diverge. The witch and I will not be having any children. Good luck with that, though, Artyom.
Go, Artyom. I'll rest some more and join you later.
Alright. I'm just gonna review my notes. I ain't going far. Like that charm, though. It's nice. Got ourselves some music. Alright, notes. Oh, we can listen to the radio. Let's see if we can find anything. Does not seem like an actual broadcast.
Station, come in.
That's just somebody out there. Not much I can do about that, though.
Over.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's Tina! Or did I miss you? Over.
Are you calling just to tell me that? Over?
No. I just didn't expect you to be on radio duty.
Well,
Brothers, the Baron, that old dog, is
oh hey.
dead. I killed him myself. All of them are confused now, like headless chickens. Our day has come. Fight them. Fight them however you can.
Go get him,
Come
Ghoul.
as the Baron's rig used to be. Come and we'll give you weapons. You served those dogs for too long. And what did you get in return? Only cruelty, death, and the holy flame, which I spit at. It is time to chase them away from our land for good now. All of our land, all oil, all food will be ours. Death to the Munai by lair.
She seems like she's doing well. There we go. I have no idea if we'll get a copyright strike for that. Who knows? So, I mentioned that we're determining these people's fates, but, well, we don't know much about them. Artyom does, given that he lives here. And he's written down some of his thoughts. Let's go through some of them. We start with Anna, of course, never far from his mind, I can understand that. Anna, my Anna, from the very beginning I thought I was not worthy of you. What was I? A nerdy guy from a backwater station, a dreamer hearing voices in his head, an adventure seeker, and you, the most beautiful girl in the metro. The only daughter of the legendary Colonel Miller, the best sniper of the Spartan Order, but how did you put it? There were lots of hard-boiled guys around. God, how much have we been through together? We had our bright days and really dark ones. Our feelings would die out and rekindle again. I even tried to leave, but couldn't go too far. You wanted a normal man, but you still accepted me as I am. You were the only one who didn't consider me mad when I spent days on the surface listening to the radio in fruitless attempts of receiving signals from the other survivors. You knew that every such sortie meant more radiation exposure for me and less chances for healthy children should we ever have them. Yeah, them fucking nuts ain't gonna work anymore, are they, Artyom? Good luck with your kids that you claim to want. Anyway, and you would still let me go. You didn't prohibit me from dreaming. I always felt your gaze on me when you would cover my back in combat and when I would lose my way. I was always in your field of view. I always knew that nobody could ever replace you, my personal guardian angel of death. If this is not love, what is? Anna, you wanted to believe me, and you couldn't. You tried to not pay attention to your father, and you did the Colonel firmly believes that our country is occupied and that the war is still going, and that makes us jumpy, makes us expect an attack at every turn, makes us look for traces of enemy presence everywhere. He has us riled up, and Anna is not immune to that. She was so eager to find the occupying forces in that tiny abandoned village near the bridge over Volga that she saw an American banner in a mere old t-shirt. She went to investigate and fell through the roof of the old chemical storage silo. Luckily, the chemicals seemed to have been long since expired, and Anna got away with just a few bruises. Needless to say, there was not a trace of foreign troops' presence anywhere. I've always been telling Anna that her father is holding on to a stupid fabrication and completely disregarding reality, but she loves him too much to fully admit that. There was no trace of government in the bunker complex under Yamantau, which the colonel was so eager to reach. Just deranged cannibals who were once workers and soldiers, but lost their humanity completely. Anna was captured by them, and I barely managed to rescue. I'm sure that's supposed to be her, but here, in the nick of time. She was furious, shouting at her father, who could not believe that the war was long since over, but already seems to have forgiven him. I sincerely hope that with the maps we recovered in the Caspian Desert, she will finally manage to persuade her father that we can forget about the war and finally settle somewhere. It's time we found a new home, where Anna and I could finally live like a proper family is supposed to. Hey, man, listen. Not too long ago, you were just dreaming about a flat, okay? Let's start there. Anyway, something we know. Miller. Colonel Sviatoslav Konstantinovich Melnikov. I can't believe I got through that in just one. The founder and the permanent commander of the Order of Sparta. Well, I wouldn't say permanent. Everybody dies. Anyway, Miller picked and trained each Spartan individually. He was the only one to come to the rescue of my home station when we were under attack by the Dark Ones. He was the only one to stand between the Communists and the Nazis and prevent the conflict which could well spell the ultimate end of our civilization. It was Miller who accepted me into the Order and blessed our union with Anna. Our? Okay. His only daughter. I became his son-in-law, but could never amass the courage to call him Dad. Nothing but Colonel, with a Sir, of course. In the D6 defense, the Colonel lost his best fighters, and his old self, and his old voice actor. Something is forever broken in him. It says is, but I guess it's supposed to be in. Okay, well, you know what, Pi, I don't think that they just... You know, they must have just run a spell check. It's okay. They just don't really speak the language. It's fine. He's firm in his belief that you should really heavily localize things. Very proud of the English language, even though he refuses to speak it at home. Anyway. He became cold, completely intolerant of any dissent. Sometimes I feel he's sorry he didn't object to his daughter marrying me. He would have probably preferred Hunter. Well, Hunter's dead. Yeah. Anyway, but Hunter is missing, and I dragged his daughter into a maelstrom none of us might ever emerge from. I dragged the Colonel into the worst adventure of his life. He had to commit high treason to save his daughter, with me in tow. I don't know that it's treason at this point. Like, who's in charge, really? Still going on that. That Moscow had to fake death to prevent the final murderous strike from being launched against it. But Anna is still his daughter, and I am still one of his soldiers, so he, in his advanced age, risks everything he has. His reputation, his position in the metro, the most of his order, everything to save us too, and maybe somehow get himself out of this mess. We are going to the Yamantau Mountain, where the Supreme Command HQ is located. Only the true government of our destroyed country could now pardon the Colonel for treason, and of course if they agree to even listen to him at all. There's one problem, though. It's been a few days since we left Moscow, but we have yet to find a trace of the occupying forces. So far, this, seems to be more of a recollection of where we've been than dossiers on the crew, doesn't it? There we go. Something about Demir. The calmest member of the crew, and he's also extremely reliable. I would say downright good-natured. Demir, despite his very serious picture here, this is a fun menu to deal with, seemed to laugh just about everything off. He'll always be there to help. He always does the hardest part of any job, goes on the toughest missions, and then, instead of taking the well-earned respect and gratitude as one would expect, he starts blushing and saying he had nothing to do with success, and it all just kind of happened. There's only one painful issue for Demir, and that is his name. A name given to him by his father along with half of his blood. Demir can't forgive his father for leaving, going as far as to deny being his blood kin. Yet, having discovered the state that people sharing half of his blood were in on the shores of the dried-up sea, Demir changed. He did everything in his power to set them free, but eventually it was time to live. Beside the blood of his father's ancient nomadic people, there's Spartan blood in Demir's veins, and its call proved stronger. Duke. Duke of Darkness. Oh my god. Duke, your fucking name. His name is Igor. Igor Dukov, the youngest, the bravest, and the craziest of us. Some join the Order out of desperation, others to protect people from dangers. But Duke is just desperately in love with adventure. Whenever the Colonel asks for volunteers, Duke is always the first to shout, "Me," no matter how hard and dangerous the mission ahead may be. A shame we don't have any medals in the Order, otherwise Duke would be plastered with them. He keeps looking up to the more experienced fighters, competing with them for the most kills, missions, and wounds. Fort. Some reason, he pays particular attention to comparing his achievements with mine. Perhaps it's because I'm closest to his age. Anna once said about him, "Quit your whining, Artyom. There are people here who dream of becoming like you." About Duke. Was she right? Igor likes being called the Duke of Darkness. I would never fucking call him that. You are Igor. I thought Duke was your name. Jesus Christ. But you can hardly find a lighter-hearted guy. He is but a brat, taking crazy risks all the time, but Lady Luck smiles to the brave. If not for the trick he played on Salantius, that old obscurant, our whole operation could have failed. Duke, my friend, your star is undoubtedly on the rise, and soon you will outshine us all. We be of one blood, ye and I'm proud of it. Weird turn there at the end. Yermak. We met Yermak. Yermak is, the engineer. Doesn't really say much about him. Says that every man has a destination in life, a place to where fate can... Yeah, we heard that too. Idiot. So, Idiot might be a fan of Dostoevsky. He is in fact not stupid. Being the most educated and well-read soldier in the Order, landing the position of Miller's right-hand man back in the Metro, the question is, what does he really know about the reasons for people being held in the tunnels, the war that could still be going on, as well as who is really in control of the Metro? I mean, yeah. Does he like talking a lot? He hasn't said a whole bunch. Yeah, he never actually says much, even if you push him. Safer as usual, on the one hand this could be true, while on the other, if you feel that the truth is close enough to touch, talk to Idiot. He'll confuse you completely in no time. Okay, one thing to understand about him that I don't understand at all. One thing about him that I don't understand at all is what could he even be looking for fighting in the Order's ranks. I mean, sure. Maybe it's just what he's good at. There's not a trace of his usual penchant for long-winded speeches and reflection when it's in combat. He is composed, quick, and ruthless. It was him and Sam who saved us from the cannibals in the Yamantau bunker complex. And it was him, again, who interpreted the satellite data and gave us a new goal. The more the Colonel glares at me, the more he relies on him. So, I think that whenever our leader decides to retire, he is most likely to leave the Order, or whatever is left of it by that time, in Idiot's hands. Alyosha, with just this fucking... his presentation here. Something 95. Alyosha is the life of every party. I disagree, look at him. An avid lady killer. I disagree, look at him. Favorite customer of the seediest joints in Svetnoy Boulevard. I believe that. And our survival on the surface instructor. Is he? On the after only a cursory glance, he can correctly tell if an abandoned building can last for years or if it is ready to collapse onto your head at the lightest touch. Which ability saved him back in Moscow more than once? This is... Sometimes my brain just goes, no, that's not what it means. We're going to try to reorder that sentence. Alyosha is the only member of our crew seemingly taking our journey for an exciting adventure. That's not true. What about Igor? probably in anticipation of new meetings, with representatives of the fair sex, of course. Yeah, this dude is definitely always thinking about fucking. Sam is one of the Order's best. He can certainly hold his own in a match with Spartan champions in each of these areas, and he's definitely the most unusual of us. Sam is an American, a Marine from the U.S. Embassy Guard Detail, who just happened to be in the Metro when the Judgment Day came, eventually ending up as Colonel Miller's personal bodyguard. Had to sit out at D6 on account of staying in a hospital with a serious wound, and was really hard on himself for not being there to protect the Colonel when he was needed the most. As soon as he was back on his feet, still all bandaged, Sam would refuse to leave the Colonel's side no matter what. He wouldn't even let anybody else push Miller's wheelchair, even when Andrew the blacksmith made the amazing prosthetics the Colonel has been wearing ever since. Sam remained Miller's shadow and, of course, joined us on board the Aurora. We'll get to know Sam better later. Step on. Calm and nice. Yeah, he does seem like he would just do something else, right? Apparently very loyal, didn't defy Miller until meeting Katya, and yeah. Tokarev is our gunsmith. Partial to the creations of the famous gun designer he shares the family name with. Oh, so he's literally a descendant of that Tokarev. Cool. Constantly busy with the crew's weapons, repairing, maintaining them, and making improvements, Tokarev knows everything there is to know about weapons and even more, and can talk about them for hours, but is not really interested in much else. Yeah, sometimes your interests get narrow. Still, he doesn't just care for firepower, but also works on our gear constantly, adjusting and inventing new things, laboring day and night to make sure we all perform to the best of our ability without being hindered by inferior equipment. What would we do without him? Yeah. Oh. That's a shame. On a side note, he seems to be quietly and hopelessly unrequitedly in love with my Anna. He's always worried about her, thinking of her, talking about her. But I can't even bring myself to feel jealous. No, I just feel fucking bad for him. That sucks, man. Katya and Nastya. Katya is a nurse, Nastya is a child. That's kind of it. I wish that we got to know more about these characters. Crest, we know all about. Crest never shuts up. But there we have it. There's our crew. I kind of like this radio station. It's sitting well with me.
What do you know? Everything is perfect, Artyom. Follow us.
Okay. Crest appears to be drunk already. Let me just... Yeah. So, we got new modifications for the T-Har, and we got a moment to try to, like, resupply ourselves a little bit, which we could use. So what do you got? That's the auto system. We know all about that. The helical magazine we know all about. Who knows? It ain't the stock, because we found that stock. Shrug. Anyway. Looks like we're pretty good otherwise. Everything's cleaned up and ready to go. We see our collection has grown. We'll just take a walk. That's alright. They'll drink without us for a moment or two. Not so bad facing backwards, is it? Is it going to... Yeah, it had some problems when we turned around. Looks like we took the van. I guess that makes sense. It's my van now. There's the fuel tank. I mean, that's gonna get us a long fucking distance, huh? That is a lot of juice. And the kind of robustness that this engine has is interesting. I don't know much about trains. That's not my area of expertise or interest. But being able to burn solid and liquid fuel seems great. Yeah, like this is about as ideal as you can get. Hey,
We haven't even started.
Solitude is tearing at my soul.
Take a seat,
Why, I've
Artyom.
even been
We're
denied
lonely
the
without
comforts
you.
of confession.
What did I
My
miss?
usual confessors at Svetnoy Bova are kinda hard to reach.
like I said, these moments still linger.
Get another chance.
A moment of your attention, please. Half a year on the road, and 4,000 clicks behind us. We have been through a lot.
What?
All right, people. I do understand I can't keep it a secret much longer. After a careful study of the satellite maps we've obtained and much deliberation, we've found
It's that super tuberculosis.
our new home. It is a river valley. There's forest and a hydroelectric power plant.
Yeah.
This place is quite far from densely populated areas, which, as our journey has proven, is important. We're about 2 days away from it now. So, congratulations! Yet, this is not our last order of business for today. Stepan, Katya,
Oh, rings.
Congratulations, you two.
repeat after me. I take you to be my
Oh,
spouse
you're just gonna do it right here. Okay, yeah, sick.
and vow to hold you from this day forward.
And vow to hold you from this day forward, for better or for worse.
For richer, for poorer,
For richer, for poorer,
in sickness and in
in
health,
sickness and in health.
to love and to
To
cherish
love and to
until
cherish
death
until
do us
death
part.
do us part.
Well, there you go, Nastya. You got a new dad.
As the captain of this ship, I hereby pronounce you husband and wife. Live long and be happy. Oh, and Gorka!
Yeah.
What's that? Oh,
Oh, she just hacked up some blood. Alright, come with me.
Hannah, what's happening?
She's feeling a little faint. Yeah, grab her. There we go.
Anna, please hold on.
What's happening? What is it, Anna?
What's that cough?
Gotcha. Do something, please.
Don't cover her. Give her air.
Damn.
I told you all about that super tuberculosis.
I'm sorry I didn't say anything.
What are you talking about, baby?
In the Yamantau, when they dragged me away, that ghoul doctor said my lungs were falling apart. The gas I breathed in that ammo dump said I
How
don't
can you
have long.
believe that monster? We've just been through a desert and all that sand, so that might be the reason. Got
No, that's crazy.
a few words.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. We'll fix that. You good?
I'm alright, Artyom. Go. I'm fine now.
I mean, you're not. But you will be. We'll, you know, one of you boys get her
You know about this?
a fucking tissue or something.
Our team's getting chewed out today.
Hey, how the fuck is... Yeah, exactly.
Care to tell me what
Colonel,
do we do now?
please.
Alright,
Let us
easy.
not panic and think constructively.
Yeah.
So, Katya, what do you think?
I think that trusting some degenerate's diagnosis wouldn't be wise. A move from humid metro into the desert with its dry heat and sandstorms is a stress for lungs.
Yes, I do think she'd be hit really bad right off the start had it
My
been
thoughts
gas.
exactly. Thus, first I'll check her condition to the best of my knowledge. Also, we're approaching the valley with its forest air. That alone could heal her.
I mean, no.
I'm sorry to intervene, but did something happen?
Yermak looking good with a shaved head.
Anna coughed up some blood.
God. Do you really think it's the sand? Sounds more like TB to me.
Yeah, exactly.
TB we can handle. We've got enough antibiotics, and air does help with that.
What if... What if that degenerate was right, Katya? What do we do? Is there a medicine?
There was an air defense battery station in our village. Right on the brink of war, they received a new drug. It saved a lot of people after gas exposure and general poisoning.
So it's probably some kind of steroid.
I think it was produced
Something that just speeds regeneration of cells, you know, helps the healing process rather than neutralizes the agent in question.
Your opinion?
For Anna's sake, I'd go to the edges of the earth. As for Novsibirsk, it's about 2,000 cliques.
Then it's decided.
Okay.
We head for the valley. If it is suitable, we settle there. If Anna's state worsens, I'll take a group of volunteers to find that drug. So Katya, please, find that name for us.
I'll find it, don't worry.
Yeah, she's got it.
I want no surprises in that valley. You are our most seasoned scout. So take the rail car, one volunteer, and go check everything out before we arrive.
Alright, once again, pushy.
Let's go back for now.
I like that,
Calm down.
that fucking pencil holder.
Now I understand why she was so down lately. Just imagine thinking about all that for so long.
So, what is the jury's verdict?
Super tuberculosis.
Now here are your orders, everyone. First of all, stay calm. The plan stands. We head for that valley with its fresh air and clean water. Then we go about settling there.
Oh, and thanks whoever gave her the fucking tissue.
Dad, please.
Yeah, just say something.
In case you start getting worse, there's a drug Katya told us about, so we can go and find it for you if it is needed.
That sounds like a great plan. I'd also like to say this. Guys, please don't worry. I've been feeling pretty bad as it is for ruining the party.
Oh, come on.
Come on,
Yeah.
you didn't ruin anything.
Thank you.
Brought myself down to rock bottom over that bastard from Yamantau. Though it must just be the sand and desert climate.
Of course that must be it. We were discussing exactly that just now.
Alright, a toast. To you guys. Just be happy together.
To yours!
Stepan, will you play that song about us?
It's taking.
Easy as pie.
And in one of those times when we can just linger, we can just sit and listen to Stepan play something. Fucking Nastya's face.
Полковник Васин созвал.
She doesn't give a shit.
Мы ведем войну уже 70 лет. Нас учили, что это бой.
She actually rolls her eyes. It's awesome.
Воевали сами с собой. Я видел генералов. Они пьют и едят нашу смерть. Их дети сходят с ума от того, что им нечего больше хотеть.
I can't continue drinking.
А земля лежит в ржавчине, церкви смешались с золой. И если мы хотим, чтобы было куда вернуться, время вернуться домой. Этот поезд в огне, и нам не на что больше жать. Этот поезд в огне, и нам некуда больше бежать. Эта земля была нашей, пока мы не увязли в борьбе. Она умрет, если будет ничьей, пора вернуть эту землю себе. А кругом горят факелы, это сбор всех погибших частей. И люди, стрелявшие в наших отцов, строят планы на наших детей. Нас рожали под звуки маршей, нас пугали тюрьмой. Но хватит ползать на брюхе, мы уже...
Sometimes the facial animations get a little bit fucking weird with the expressions and everything, but the variety of body language here is quite interesting. Like, fucking
некуда больше бежать.
Duke is just mugging. This kid could not give a shit.
Пока мы не увязли в борьбе.
Miller has the weight of the world on him.
Ничей, пора вернуть эту землю себе.
Yeah, like he is cooked here.
Нам не на что больше жать. Этот поезд в огне, и нам некуда больше.
We're free to imagine Artyom as whatever face you might like.
Пока мы не увязли в борьбе.
For my mileage, I would imagine it's pretty close to Miller's.
Пора вернуть эту землю
This is
себе.
definitely about us. There's even a colonel in it.
Yes, it is time we took this land back. And one more thing. We don't want surprises like the ones we had on the Volga or in Yamantau.
That's fact.
Sending a scouting party ahead on a rail car. Artyom needs a volunteer to support him.
Me! Pick me! I'll check the hell out of that valley, please!
Oh, but it says, heck, they couldn't print your swear word.
Something makes me think that Alyosha is mainly going to check if there are any Amazons or women in general there.
So we're all set. Frankly, I envy you, Stepan. You got a full family, a wife and child at once. And you don't have to worry about diapers or belly aches.
Envy is a bad thing.
This kid fucking owns now.
In fact, we're planning to present Nastya with a little brother, if she doesn't object.
And if anyone here is capable of having children.
We could play with dolls together. I could care for her.
Kid, don't worry about it. You could do that with the...
Sparta and special operations with a brother.
Or a sister. It doesn't matter.
Cut it out, Stepan. God knows we've had enough of operations. I don't know about you, but I'm tired. I'd like to retire. Time to have some life.
You can't retire yet. You're too young.
Don't lie to him.
I am old, Nastya.
And he doesn't have feet.
You're not.
You said envy was a bad thing, Nastya. Huh? But what am I to do? Your mom has you, but my Anna doesn't have a smart girl like you.
Yeah, Chief. I mean, I've been heavily irradiated.
Don't dad me. A 20-year-old won't even think about children. But I would sure like to see grandchildren at my age.
Yeah, you teach them CQC.
Why not?
Wielding pistols.
No, that's not how that works.
I could come visit you.
Of course, you're welcome, Nastya. The thing is, Grandpa Miller won't give up until he has grandchildren of his own.
Yeah, good luck with that, though, boss.
Artyom? I don't even know what else to say. She's beautiful, sporting.
Yeah, I'm Olympic level with a rifle.
I get not having kids in Metro. Darkness, TB, rats, mutations. But what about here?
Yeah, with all the darkness, TB, rats, and mutations.
We'll get to work on solving your problem tonight.
At that note,
I didn't agree to this.
to repopulation of Earth. 2 kids.
I'm just gonna drink. Whatever.
Yes!
Yeah, you all take your time. I'm gonna fucking just start drinking.
Children.
I already did it. Where were you?
And one more toast.
Yeah.
To the new colony. May it grow and prosper.
Fucking cheers.
To the new
To the new colony.
And any more women join it!
Alyosha, I never doubted you.
Oh, yes, Alyosha. I don't think you should be worried about that. If we are successful, there will be people joining us. Honest, good people. I'm sure they survived too.
Well, if
maybe.
people decide to show up, they'll be sorry they did.
Oh, definitely. When we're done with the bad apples here, we might think of something to do about Moscow.
That's true.
To love!
Sure.
Damn, it's just like
Alright.
This is rough.
Yeah.
It's your turn, Artyom. Come on, impress us.
With what?
This heat is just unbearable, I must say.
I don't know what you want me to impress you with. Anyway. Back to work, folks. So like I said, you have every opportunity to just linger.
Sit with me, Artyom.
Oh, I see. You're looking for me to play the guitar. I got you. Sure. Oh. Is it because I held on to it?
Play some more.
Stepan, could you give us that one? By
All right.
My pleasure.
Yeah, back to work. You chill. He'll sing about the train on fire. What I was starting to say before they began exchanging dialogue again was that I would like to think that Artyom and Colonel Miller at this moment are brothers in not misery, but in bearing the weight of reality. And now, to somewhere else. You know, eventually. Provided that it hasn't crashed again. If it has, we'll find out. In the meantime, so yeah, there's a great number of games that encourage you to basically run around and sort of check off a list, but this doesn't give you a sense of place or a sense of people. Now he has things to say.
Religious. But right now I'm begging all gods, please, watch over Anna, and make the valley cure her of her affliction. In the meantime, Alyosha and I are on a recon mission. We have no idea of what is waiting for us there, though Alyosha seems convinced that there are going to be crowds of women eagerly anticipating his arrival. If that turns out to be the case, then I have the best companion possible for this mission.
Extremely derisive, thank you. So, what was I saying? A checklist on the same kind of vein as, say, like a Bethesda open world or a Ubisoft one. It doesn't give you a sense of place or a sense of people. I spend a lot of time there, you know? I go from here to there and back, and some people I'll recognize just through repetition, but I don't really know anything about them. I've never seen them just be people. They're always that guy that gave me that one quest, or this dude that I have to talk to in order to buy this thing. Or those guys that were there when I did the faction grind for the piece of clothing that I wanted to wear. That's all commonplace. What I find to be much more rare is, you know, just a moment of people. I'm promised that that's present in Red Dead Redemption 2. I don't know that it is, and I don't know that it's of the same kind of interaction. There's a camp of thinking that says like a voiceless protagonist isn't one that's worth having in a game, but, well, I always took those as being a stand-in for you. This is not just a story about them, this is also yours, in at least some way. It's a step towards that co-authorship thing I was talking about previously with games and their narratives and all that. And so, you know, with the promise of experiencing the life and times of Arthur, I kind of shy away from it because I don't really need this man's story. I know how it ends, and because, you know, I played the other Red Dead game, and frankly, I can guess from just the outside of the plot. Hearing him ramble is fine for a movie, but it's not really fine for me to play with. Because then, well, it's another layer of distance, isn't it? It's not my story, it's Arthur's. They're not my hands. They're Arthur's. I didn't kill those people. Arthur did. Pi, do you have thoughts on the matter, pal? I see. The witch is currently playing through Control for the first time, and she's really enjoying it. I'm glad. I thought she would. Control is another game that I absolutely adore, and don't worry, we'll get to it. But that's still, just gonna take time. Time like this loading is taking. It's a new region. We've seen the problems that the 4A engine has sometimes. We'll hop in there. Maybe. Maybe, just maybe. I know, bud, I know. But hey, it did give us time for me to just sit and talk, so that's nice. Sometimes, I mean, that's largely what happens with the lost trains of thought.
Yes, I must say, I'm rather partial to this valley.
Yeah, but the game isn't. There we go. Kinda, sorta. It's always motion that it has trouble with.
Makes your head swim. Never smelled air like this in my life.
Oh, I'm sure the oxygen content is through the roof for you.
I bet if we spend a week there, it won't just cure Anna. It'll make Colonel grow his feet back.
Probably not. Also, your lumbar pouch is way too big.
The rails are all bent. The whole track seems to be fixing to slide down. I sure hope it can hold our weight. Let's hail the Aurora and tell them to take the other road.
Yeah, I think that's a solid idea.
Come in, Aurora. This is forward recon. Do you read? Over.
Aurora here. Reading you loud and clear. Over.
Oh, yes, please.
Colonel, sir. This track...
Question on what platform I'm playing on. That would be on the PC. And sometimes the 4A engine just doesn't play well when you're in motion, but you're not walking. Other times, it seems to have issues with being recorded.
The general situation is completely...
Or it'll be completely fine. It's kind of a crapshoot. Apparently these are all old issues. I did a lot of searching trying to fix some of the hitching that we get, but they're dating back to the game's release. I guess it just hadn't been updated or patched.
Look at that church for one.
Well,
shit!
There's an avalanche now. And we're in the poop water. And that thing we heard we'll be dealing with. We've met one, in fact. And there goes all of our stuff. We had to bail and get rid of it because, well, we would have drowned. I agree, Pi. We are so frequently in the poop water. It just happens.
Damn, you're heavy.
Yeah. Well.
Where are you? Did you find anything? Gotta move on. We've got to check the shore right down to the lower rapids. Nothing here. Coming.
Okay.
Good. Our guys caught your friend, but I can see your two are not bandits.
That's a fact.
I'll help you out if you don't do anything stupid. Gotta run now. Just stay out of sight and you'll be fine.
I mean, I'm working on it, but...
Catch you later.
Yeah, we'll see if a restart is in order. Sometimes that helps. Of note, Anthem had a similar issue, and I believe the Frostbite engine also has similar issues with wide open spaces. It's no good at it. Hey, fuck off. No. Water looks nice, though. Okay, let's see if this is going to be workable. So far, so good. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, so it's saved. Let's do this. We'll just do this real quick again. You know that whole thing. You save and then, whoop, you save again. Just to be sure. We'll go where we go. We'll preempt it by doing this. Because I know its tricks. Great. And then we'll shut it down. We'll get noise a couple of times as I do that. But the last time we attempted to shut it down, it straight up crashed, and, well, all three of the Metros have been finicky programs that way. There we are. We can exit out that way. And we'll see what it is that it chooses to do from there. Maybe something, maybe nothing. We'll want this. And then we'll explore this new, wooded area. It seems to be heavy in evergreens, maybe a higher elevation. We're not quite sure yet, but we'll find out. It does look like, in attempting to shut it down, the program is once again not responding. Very good. Love that. And yeah, who knows why. Oop. Did we get it? It got there. Look at that. But yeah, it's... I can understand the ask of, well, what are you playing this on? We're nowhere near tapped on, like, system resources. The CPU, the memory, the disk, they're not really stressing it. We're below, like, half utility, even with everything running. But, it just doesn't like what I'm doing. Some games do, some games don't. No idea where the conflict may lie. I would imagine that it's got something to do with the screen capture, but then some of these issues are just the game in general, or rather the 4A engine. Okay. We're starting it back up. Ah, it's done a fun thing there. Also, very interesting. Weird call. Yes, Metro. Maybe. Maybe. Ah, there we go. Okay. We can give you your eyes back. We'll make sure that's working. So let me tab real quick. Yep, we're capturing. Cool beans. And back to it.
I can't say I've ever been religious. But right now I'm begging all gods, please, watch over Anna and make the valley cure her of her affliction. In the meantime, Alyosha and I are on a recon mission. We have no idea of what is waiting for us there.
This is very likely a memory leak. These symptoms crop up when you've been playing it for X amount of time, so it's as a result of the game not cleaning up after itself. Good eye, though. The PC isn't the greatest, but it's good enough. When things are working, shit looks nice. Runs smooth. Like it a lot. Otherwise, other more resource-intensive games it also handles without issue. Doom Eternal wasn't a big deal. But, shrug. Alright. Here we are in a new place. And she's left us something. Looks like it's made out of a bike. Handy. I don't know what the fuck it is that he just, racked. That doesn't make sense. What did you rack? Okay. And we do not have the benefit of our backpack. That will need to be recovered as well. Is this something that I can have? Apparently not. Alright. Let's get to creeping. Does my lighter still work? It does. That's a good lighter. You can submerge it in everything. We got spiders. We got 1988 workout stuff. We got books. How about... Okay, cool. That's still working. It's less surprising when it's a flashlight. Are you guys going to translate that one? No. Oh, there we go. Marauders. Same will happen to all of you. We just needed to get closer. It didn't believe that our eyes were good enough to see it from that far away. I see. Oh. Rapist. Well, I'm going to take the arrows out of his corpse. If that sign's accurate, you deserved what you got. More crossbow bolts. Just Marauder. Okay. Well, we managed to snag a couple more crossbow bolts. That's going to come in handy. The primary advantage of the crossbow over the T-car is that I can recover the bolts. Previously, we didn't really fuck with it. Oh. Siri, the instructor, held the road against marauders for 2 hours. Anyway, we didn't really fuck with it in the previous 2 Metro games because, well, I could just take 3 kinds of gun, and why the fuck would I do that if I can just have a gun? Like, that doesn't make sense. But in this game, your 3rd slot is dedicated to some kind of what I call prank gun. Previously, it was the T-car, which is a BB gun, and Telker have worked real hard on it, so... Because it's a gift from a friend, I didn't really mind using it all that much. This one is at least an actual tool. Pretty sure that she just, like, fucking fired that at me. It's got a note on it, I see. Bandit, this territory belongs to the Brethren of the coast. Do you mean brethren? Get lost or pay with your life, like others. Death to intruders. Rude. And I'm keeping that bolt. Well. There we go. Whoever the fuck that guy is, well, children's camp. Okay. I'm gonna guess this was a summer camp. Yeah, I hear them. We're working on that part. Yeah, chill. I'm also scavenging.
Don't leave me here, man! There's lots of fucking wolves here!
So what'd you do? Because they shot that one.
I owe you a big one, and I'll never forget this, I swear!
Okay.
These forest fuckers just left me here for the wolves!
I'm seeing that. What'd you do? Bad.
I don't seem to recognize you. Which barrack are you from? You sure have some nice gear. In any case, don't go there alone. I tried, and, well, you know what happened.
Okay.
These bitches hiding like fucking lizards. I found a way in and was going back already when the fuckers jumped me.
Uh-huh.
Fuck. Fuck. Both legs went to sleep. Can't even move now. I'll wait here till they wake up and go bring the boys. We have a good chance to get a drop on them forest fuckers now. We'll tear them apart like fucking rags.
Okay. Well...
Just look, man. Tell me, which barrack are you from after all? I thought I knew everyone. Are you maybe from...
I'm definitely not. I guess that's a wolf head. And I guess that's how it is they're marking their territory. Can I have one of these? Is a little Jesus fan? No dice. Offerings. Weird altar. Alright. Well. We did a good deed. Maybe. It gave us a good boy point for it, but I don't know what that guy did to deserve it. You know, the other ones they had fucked up were, one was labeled rapist, so. Alright. So that's where I'm going. Where I'm going is that way, so I should be able to just, like, follow the road, right? This is another one of those spots where we want to be very careful about who we shoot. There are some that we don't want to shoot if we want the precious fluids that are inside our companion Alyosha. And not the fluids that he wants to distribute to anyone who's willing to take them, but the vital fluids, the fluids he can't live without. I need those. And I need him to have all of them. All the ones that he's supposed to have anyway, so that he can give them to me. So like with a whole lot of things, we're going to do a lot of creeping. We're going to hope the sun lets up. Now, marauders, bandits, those guys we can shoot. They're not a problem. A legit schoolhouse. Okie doke. A couple of bits. And we're noticing with those totals there, the bits are getting much more scarce, aren't they? We found like a couple of pistol rounds, not really any shotgun rounds or anything larger than that, just 1s and 2s. What were we teaching? Mathematics. We got like a... Doesn't seem to be related. I might be wrong, but it does not seem to be related. We'll come back and we'll play the piano. Well, no, fuck it. Some bolts, a filter, that's nice. Can't take the one off of that. I actually own one of these, they're very uncomfortable. Like, exceedingly hot in there. It is not my go-to respiratory protection for, you know, the modern day. And yeah, oh, but it'll date the video, that's fine. 2020, there is a pandemic. Hopefully we have solved it by the time that, you know, your local now makes that a strange thing to hear, but who's to say? There might be a hole in the fence somewhere around here that I just overlooked. We might also be able to scramble around this way. No, but there's that guy, and we can take some stuff off him. That's cool. Y'all got like a secret tunnel, or no, just level geometry to get stuck on. All right. Well. I suppose what I'm gonna have to do is just hope that they didn't put anyone directly at the end of this bridge. Never mind.
Avast! Stop right there!
Okay.
The brethren of the coaster! Take another step and we run a rig on you! Aye! Another step and you die! Haha! Yeah, so beat it, you scallywag! If you know what's good for your ground-loving ass! Even one of you drifters we caught today is too much! Aye! Be a good doggy and get lost!
Well, there we have it. And also drifters, huh? You get many people through here? Now, my first instinct when coming through here the first time was, of course, to impress upon the people playing Pirate that, this was not the time for fun and games. And that I was direly serious about getting my boy and getting the fuck up out of here. But, like I've said before, we're going through for a specific ending, and that necessitates sacrifices. Mostly personal in this case, so you worry, and you can keep all your limbs and stuff, but how I would love to just go ahead and start taking heads here. You know, on account of get fucked, idiot. I got grown-up things to deal with. Let's have a look inside. Doesn't seem to be much out here. And these corpses are either painted or a long time dead. In fact, you would think you'd see some degloving with skin that color, or maybe they had a gangrene infection previously. A rat and some sort of noise that we're just hearing, huh? Well, relax, rats. Oh, a recording.
It's been 2 months already. Nobody came for the kids. Viking and Tusha aren't coming back either. The dam workers told they'd give them the lift to the city, but I should have used my authority to stop them from trying. But back then, I still harbored hopes for evacuation too. Vain hopes, as I understand now, for what evacuation could we expect if there's only static on air? Help is not coming. Then again, do we even need help? Our valley was apparently not a target at all. Even the fallout seemed to have spared us. The counter gives me an all-green reading. Even the
so it does.
pipes. The children are well prepared. All that time hiking was spent well. It will be easy to teach them hunting. We have all the necessities, and what we don't have, we can make ourselves. To hell with doubt. Let's tackle problems as they arise. Survival comes first.
Well, so it looks like initial reads on the region were right. It's a summer camp. Summer camp where they just, nobody was left to come looking, or no one thought to. I can understand. It would be hard to imagine that a group of children would survive the atomic holocaust. We'll just let them go. Of course. Okay, well. We'll just have to make do. Looks like that guy choked on gas. Is that electrified, or is it just... No, that's just stuff falling. Okay. It's a little difficult to differentiate the crackling noises. Dude died head in ass. Rough way to go. Okay. I need those night visions. I need those. Mine got sent down the fucking river. Alright, we're in business. Rest in peace, Snake. It didn't have to be this way, but you were being a shithead. This'll help us get around a whole lot easier, I can see them, they can't see me, that sort of deal. Turlet mushrooms. Doesn't look like there's much else down here, does there? Just one last glance at this and that. See if there's another way to go. There isn't. Alright. Up and out. Yeah. We're already out of there. Okay. So we know down there is where the fucking Bikini Bottom bandits are. And they are unfortunately on the list of do not shoot. Grabbed.
Look, I've been thinking about asking you all this time.
The pioneers as well.
The corpses on the post. Do you guys really think the teacher wanted this?
The teacher wanted us to defend ourselves.
Well, none of this stuff helps. The bandits have been seen in the village again. Plus, our guys caught a drifter today.
This just means they need us to remind them the lesson. That's why we're here. We'll catch a couple and make some fresh scarecrows.
Well, bandits, I do understand. They did terrible things here. But this new drifter doesn't look like a bandit. Perhaps he was just passing by.
That's true.
If he is not a bandit, he should have just passed us by, but no, he crawled out of the river here. I say make a scarecrow out of him and keep the others away.
What?
I don't know about this, really.
Yeah, because it's fucking crazy. Well, the good news is that we've got the cover of some darkness. That guy's off and moving. Oh, that's right. We're not going to be allowed to salvage components until we get our backpack situation sorted out. Anyway, this one's at least got an optic on it. So that's nice. Where'd your buddy go? There's absolutely no fucking way y'all saw that.
As if the intruders would come here.
Exactly.
That's for sure. Did you hear that the captain's going to attack that train? I bet the pioneers are going to throw a fit at the council meeting.
Ah, to hell with the pioneers. Can you even believe we all grew up together and the teacher taught us all the same? But look at them now, they're all cowards. Besides, how would they know?
Well, they're probably picking on us.
Okay. They got noise alarms. That guy at the door.
Hey, could that tumbleweed serve as a ball? Now what do you think?
Yeah, sure. Try this on someone stupid. You kick that ball into the... Now you have the next one. It's been 2 weeks already.
Come on, I'm making it. There's just a bit of sewing left. I just meant we could kick this one around for now. It's round and all. Look!
Yeah, that was awesome. You're a total champ. Asshole.
Okay.
Get back to sewing, you centered forward.
There you are. We take that. We snip these. Because we don't want to accidentally brush them. And now we gotta get rid of the guy doing his ball thing. Not so much get rid of, but we do have to punch him out. Because what we're doing is called removing variables. Okay, Pele. Hush. He'll wake up no worse for the wear. That's what we've learned. In reality, of course, you don't... Being rendered unconscious is a big fucking deal for your brain. And you really don't want that. I don't think there's any way that we're going to get that one with that fire burning. And that's the way out, and there doesn't seem to be any kind of connective tissue, so to speak, between these two buildings. And there's a patrol. The patrol we might be able to deal with. Is that where you stop, though? I just want to see. Boy. Let me tell you, it's a shorter bit. When you're allowed to just kind of do the do, you know? Like they make this big deal about how you're special ops, you're not like some kind of crazy murder guy, and I go, okay, that's fine and everything, but covert murder is part of special ops.
See any bandits? Everything's
Yeah, did you?
Stop worrying.
That's a ladder, and we do want to go up. Is anyone watching the ladder? No. And so, up we go.
Darn, can't see from here. I'll go look at it from there, I guess.
Who's looking at what?
Where is it now? It was here, all right.
Oh, I see. Don't turn around. Okay, cool.
If there was something, who would ever come to this place?
Better optic? No. Same optic. Oh well, whatever.
So, what's up? Nah, nothing. Alright, I guess I'll go.
I would love to ring that bell, but it's just not a good idea. Looks like we want to get up there. Well, one can only hope that that blip is upstairs. Doesn't seem like we have a ladder out there or any other, like, covert way to get up here.
Alyosha, come in. We keep trying to contact you. What happened? Come in. Over. Are you two alright? God. Come in, guys.
Yeah, am I going up or?
Don't worry so much, Anna. They've only been off the grid for a couple of hours.
Let's take their line.
No, taking our line would be a bad idea. Alright. So, is this where I'm going? Looks like it. Oof. Anyway, we're through that without causing a fuss. There's our good boy point. We've hit a snag. Good to know. And well, instead of watchmen, we have wolves, and you know that. We've met one of those before. We're old hands at dealing with unruly bearillas. Honestly, I suppose just bear. Like, it's not that much different as far as its, like, anatomical structure from a regular-ass bear. It's just larger, and I think the arms are a bit longer as well. The wolves are not having any of it, though. Oh, why'd they just put a skeleton in the freezer? See if there's anything else in here. Does not appear to be. Alright, further up the road. Well, we can definitely hear that the bear is still around. We'll have to deal with that before we leave. Not much to be done about it. Okay. So it's just that one. That's fine. At least it's just that one so far. Those are some deeply unhappy dogs. Alright. What else we got? Just making sure that we're not going to be bitten by a fun snake. Just a fun secret snake. Not much else in here, though. Just somebody's hideaway. Now this looks like it has zip lines to several places. But is it approachable from this angle? If we stick to the reeds, it should be. Boy, that bear is really unhappy. I don't see anyone in there. No one's popping up on the little fucking scanner either. Alright. Well, let's make ourselves at home. Anyway, quite a shift in tone of environment, isn't it? New note. Dusty Diary. It's so great we left that camp. This is the life. Yesterday, while the others were chasing rabbits, I shot a deer, and the teacher commended me at the evening assembly. We're finishing this smokehouse tomorrow, so we're definitely not going to starve this winter. Skip some words, my bad. And next summer, we're gonna check if the city's all right. It ain't. It is, in fact, fucking bad. No, that is definitely not where we're going. We're headed that way. So, these, unfortunately, are not going to be any use to us right now. Oh boy. There it goes. I'm amazed it hasn't scaled this and just gotten those deer. Seems like an easy get, doesn't it? That's it. That's all we got out of the accordion this time. Okay. Well, we'll have to come down. We could sleep. There goes a bunch of wolves again. Okay. Just listening for footsteps. Yeah, that'll be the way. That is the opposite of what I would like. We want to try to just get off the X with that one. Whatever they're running away from. Typically bad news for us. So yeah, the wildlife, much more of a consideration this time, aren't they? Previously, you know, they're there, but they were incidental, and here there's that out there. And a gunshot. we will, of course, want to again endeavor to get on up, away from the stampedes and the pursuing packs and the big bear itself. So maybe something over there. Do I still have my binoculars? Yes. Cool. We'll just mark that for later. You know, when we're a little bit better armed. The crossbow's nice and all. It actually does a fair amount of damage. It just... we can fire one bolt at a time right now. And that's a losing proposition for what it is we'd be dealing with resistance-wise. I see. Well. Wait for them to pass. Not this one, apparently. It just has to make it my problem. Yeah, oh well. One veered off. Such is life. This time we'll try not to get caught in that bad position. It's about all we can do. As we wait and wait and wait. But hey, it'll get there. Pi couldn't be bothered. He's off in his own little world right now. He's practicing his life's work. Not that far back. Oh, now you have things to say, huh? Now you're full of talk. Alright, we know what's up there. Did it save my map marking? It didn't. So, let's see if it'll work from here. It ought to, yeah. We got these two seemingly on watch here. There goes the pack. So we back off just a bit. And we make sure they are well and truly gone. And then we deal with the noisemaker there. Do I see it? No, and we don't hear it either. Lots of places and ways to get down here, not many places and ways to get up. Oh well. That other shot is just gone. It's in the ether. We're almost there. A whole lot of straight creeping. agree, Pi. I agree. Looks like that's just poop water. Uh-huh. You gotta scramble around a little bit now? It looks like we might be headed over towards those torches then. Road being out and all. Ah, I see. It's hand fights. You'd think that would be something, but it's not coming up as anything. When we come back through here, we'll, make sure that we pay it a visit, and it shouldn't be hard to find. There's a ladder. The timing. We gotta go. I don't think they can climb ladders. Well, that was mean, boys. Sounds like the bear's pissed about it, too. Ship wheel. Alright, well, that'll at least put us in the direction of where we're trying to go. And we're not going to be moving through there. Does this need a new filter? No, we're good. Okay. Down the chute. Rocks. And would you look at that?
Hey, look! The second one!
You're fucking Otini. Yub nub. Get the fuck out of here.
And take him to the camp with the first one.
Yeah, well, that's convenient.
You pioneers already have one, and this is our catch.
He got caught on our turf!
The net is mine, so bite me.
Oh yeah? Well, why did you set the trap?
Is that my backpack?
Turf then? Besides, you already have an intruder's backpack.
I dived for
Yeah, that's my backpack.
Oh, I chickened out? You're pirates! You have more boats! And this one will face the forest court.
Bozhe moi, you're all cowards. He's an intruder, an enemy.
What are you, a bandit? What did the teacher say? He said we must be different. Did you forget?
Isn't your head getting a bit too big? The teacher said we have to defend ourselves first. All the rest was later. Did you forget what the intruders would do here? He's an intruder too, so he must die before he brings the others.
Enough!
We chill.
The forest court comes first.
Let's we're truce for right now. Yeah, get those.
The explosive team! Come on! The Molotov! Run! Run, people!
Didn't make it, did you? All right. Let's get out of this net. You earned it. Where do you think the guy went with my fucking backpack? The bear didn't take him. It looks like it did take the guns, though, which is nice of it. Sparrow said no to guns. Alright, well. This will at least be quicker. Nothing there, though, huh? Yeah. Didn't make it all that far, did you? Hey, you're the one with my backpack.
So you got out, you asshole.
Yeah.
It takes real skill to get away from the master of the forest.
Okay.
This means you're dangerous. Damn it. Fucking backpack. I got greedy.
Yeah, you wanna, like, turn that thing the fuck down?
Well, shoot me. Or scram. I gotta get ready for the final exam.
The light in my eyes, man.
I defended ours. Didn't chicken out. Didn't bully the girls. Teacher, I'm here.
Okay, but your teacher isn't a god. Alright. Okay, now he's dead. Wasn't carrying anything else, though. Hey! Backpack. So, we can now make bolts. We can also now gather bits for this. It shares some with the T-car. So, we are going to immediately start fucking with it. Give me that.
Come on, hurry up! Eugene, the pirates could still be alive. What about Peter? What do you think? He took a hit from the master. The master probably got Eugene too. You into the camp, we came here. It all took time. So what?
Okay.
At least get the bodies back. We'd be called cowards if we don't. Let's push it then. Yeah. Tell me one thing though. How did you guys manage not to see the master? He can walk silently. And we were distracted. Another intruder got caught in the trap. And Eugene got excited and started demanding all the loot. Or at least the boots. Another intruder? Weird that Olga didn't say anything. And didn't even come with us. Well, so where is he?
Okay.
Hanging out there. If the master didn't get him, more reason to hurry up then.
2.
Yeah, let's pick up some speed.
3, 4. That ain't gonna be worth it.
Eugene! Damn, he's already with the teacher.
Yeah, he's extremely dead.
Got away from the master.
Anyway, we're being commended on our ability to walk silently. It's true, not everybody can engage in straight creeping like Artyom here. But importantly, he's alone. Goofiness of the fucking Lost Boys aside. Crows.
I got your enemy! Lower your weapon!
Okay, sick.
I didn't detect the intruders. First, I only had to shoot once and I kept my eyes shut that time.
Okay.
And it was you who attacked us and raped and killed. We were only defending ourselves.
We didn't do any of that.
You won't shoot.
No.
Well, if you're not going to shoot, then it's true that some intruders are kinda okay.
Yeah.
We are pioneers. We only kill the bandits. The pirates, though, they just turn intruders into pincushions, not waiting for the forest court. They also rob, like bandits do.
Okay.
We're different, even though we grew up together. We do as the teacher told us to, but they misinterpret his words.
Are you good? Then just hang out there. Take it easy with the fucking light, though. When we get far enough away from him, it won't matter.
They took one of yours to the camp. He
Yeah.
didn't look like a bandit either. They'll probably let him go after the forest court. Besides, Olga likes him and she's an instructor. Just
Alright.
don't kill our people in the camp. There are women and children. Don't hurt them, please.
Yeah.
You can go around the guards, through the cave, or by boat. Just don't hurt anyone, please.
Yeah, you got it. That's kind of what it is we're doing here. Anyway, what I was saying is that despite the goofiness of the Lost Boys here, I like this section of the game. We have always been, as Artyom, a kind of predator. It's just that we are not necessarily the apex predator here. That slot is being contested. And so we have to behave in specific ways that are beneficial to, say, a predator who's feeling themselves out on the scale of who's basically at the, top. Roman, here's what we've stored already. Venison smoked 5 months, fish dried 3 months, fish salted 3 months, nuts 3 months, fruit 3 months, mushrooms 1 month, but the season is just starting. I think it's time we switch the hunters to some other activities, otherwise they'll kill off all the deer and then complain they're tired of eating just venison. Toka. Yeah. They seem overzealous. Get them on the mushrooms. Seems like we are shortest of that. Alright. So that's the base. That's where they're holding Alyosha. Or at least where he's been. We have several zip lines available to us. But that guy is right there. We'll see what we can do. He also mentioned by boat. I don't know that I see a boat. We might be able to pick it out from up here, though. I want this out. No. No. That might be something. Something's lit down there. Okay. We'll crawl down. We'll find out. I agree, Pi. I agree. I do. I agree. Tell her about it. He's trying to give her tips for playing Control on a professional level. That's just who he is. Okay. Oh, basket on the other side, I see. Well, he did mention we could get past them by boat. We'll see how true that is. Apparently a snake there. I agree. I know. I wish they would have picked a climate for their snakes to be present in as well, but you know. You get what you get, pal. Whole lot of bits. Seemingly nothing else. Can we spot an entrance here? It looks like that's an entrance, so I guess these are the guards that he was talking about. This might also be something. That looks more promising. That's a back door if I ever saw one. Alright. So some night rowing later. We may be in business. Alright, good night, pal. It's apparently his bedtime. Is it? He's running about 15 minutes late. Good night, Pie. Good night. Good night, Pie.
Come and start cutting you to pieces. That's going to be a great help. Yeah, you'll be running around pissing your pants and shouting, "We punished the guard." Or maybe you'll just surrender. Running is your forte. You said you were going to hold the lumber mill and ran. Don't you dare! The boys died there to the last man. The deadlands are spreading. Holding that is harder than keeping one intruder under a lock. And we will hold the swamp. Don't be afraid.
Okay. So it sounds like Alyosha is in fact not here, and that he has escaped. Okay, so let's get a lay of the land, shall we?
Now go on like this. I won't let you off the hook until you write 10 pages.
I will be brave. I will protect. I will never bully.
This is the guard, apparently.
Take me till night.
Probably. Thanks for the rifle, kid. Alright. And the carbine. Not a bad setup. We've had worse. Okay. Let's fuck with these because those guys are out and nobody else is really around. We can get it a little bit more stable. That's good. That's good. That's better. Alright. The valve as well. Sure, fine, good. Right. We'll continue through here for the time being. Are there more than one of you? No. Nada. Well, I'll take it. Now, is it still marking it as I have to fucking hang out in here with these assholes? I don't super want to. Also, we'll probably do that. That way we've got something for mutants as well. At least for the time being. Yeah. Okay. So we got a weird quad shorty. Shove the rest of the rounds in it. Uh-huh, I'm aware they're there. Yeah. Yeah, they sure are present. So, it wants me to head this way. The zip line it is.
Stinks like something died. I guess I'll go wash the sweat off.
Well, that makes you easy.
How long do you think Vitya is going to stand in the corner for? No idea. Roman will decide that when he's back. Why? I just think we shouldn't have put him there. It was...
Shush.
Besides,
Not my fault.
he was punished for being dumb, not for lying. You can't really be so stupid when you're guarding someone. He got lucky that the Richter just left. Could have slipped it on their throat. Well, that is true. Where do you think he went?
Okay.
Vitya said he was heading for the church. Why didn't we give chase then?
There we go.
Well, he didn't harm us at all, really. Besides, who's gonna mind the camping?
Now we can go.
Huh? Imagine if the master comes.
Which is good because that way is pretty much clear for us.
Vitya didn't either, and see where it got him. Learn from his mistakes, man. Yeah, I'm learning all right.
And you know, by the time that anyone gives a shit, we'll already be gone.
That reminds me, why don't they respect the teacher? He told them Jim that they shouldn't just kill him.
That guy may have fun stuff on him, but we're gonna leave him be. It would likely cause a fracas to go over there and have a conversation. And still we have this dude up there. Okay. Keep an eye on him as we approach. We'll try to get to this torch before he wanders back over. That'll do it.
Hello. Come on, say hello. Yeah, right. They're so going to say it. Well, why not? Diligence is the mother of success. Go be diligent instead of wasting time. I just finished the patrol and am now enjoying my free time. So get off my case.
It's fair.
Free time is for rest, and you're going to lose your voice if you continue like that.
What's that to you?
Nothing. You could go mute for all I care, but this thing isn't going to say a word anyways.
Why? Even you can talk, and it's much smarter than you, that's for sure.
Got him.
Ah, shut up. Stay there, I don't care. Nobody cares.
You'll see, it will blow everyone's mind when it talks.
I mean, it's a crow, it might.
Say hello. Hello.
Well,
Hello.
looks like we can get them both.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
And hey. Would you look at that? There's our good boy point for not killing any of them. Yes, even that guy we dumped face down in the water, he likes it there. He breathes water now. Alright. There we go. A nicer stock. A nicer front end. It's shaping up. One more of those. We're alright on filters. We can probably... Well, we're full on those, so excellent. Love it, love it. Let's get some knives just in case Okay. And we'll clear our way out of this. We'll get to this next X, and then we'll give Artyom a rest. We'll just try to get past that snake. Seems like it's given up caring. Give that battery a charge. This thing still works too. Good shit. Free Molotovs. We'll take those. All kinds of shit there. Worn out letter. Lyuda. I don't really hope you'll find this letter, but I will still hide it at the place of our last discussion. Do not come back. Wherever you end up, it will still be better than here. I thought you were making a mistake. I thought you'd be proven wrong, but by refusing to shoot then, you didn't become cowards. You remained humans. While we, the ones who did shoot, we thought we became stronger, thought we were just and could do no wrong. In fact, we became monsters. The Marauders used to come off, and we've been fighting them off for as long as I can remember. We've been killing them, and I was okay with that. But murdering the surrendering ones to the last man? I've been trying to wash the blood off my hands ever since. I used sand, I used ash, nothing works. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I'm really sorry I didn't leave with you back then. Understandable regrets. No bedrolls I can use, though. Okay. And so what do we have here? A well. And someone looking down into it, but couldn't quite make out who. We'll find out. Guys, I'm at the lower farm with about 30 bandits. I've been leading them from the road. We'll hold them off. We'll hold them for half an hour, maybe. Losing too much blood. I'm sending the little one back with this message, because he wouldn't leave otherwise. Good luck, guys. Siri. To the surface it is. The witch is reminding me of the time.
Great job, man. What do we do now? They're both out. Well, just do the work yourself if you're so smart.
Bandits, finally.
I told you we should have just killed them. They aren't going to talk anyway. Just kill them? Every time hanging on one of their posts with wolves, they will get to think. They have a lot to answer for. Aren't you taking this a little too personal? You sure don't look like you've been on a post. I haven't, but my friends have. I'll continue with these two fuckers after a break.
Mm-hmm.
How many fingers did he have left?
Mm-hmm. There you go. Turn around and walk away. It's fine to kill bandits. Hey, you good? Won't let me do a thing with you. Well. Anyway, we've at least gotten that guy out of peril, and I think this is as good a spot as any. Next time we'll resume killing bandits. You know how we like that. we'll do our quick save. There we are. We'll give it a pause. We'll go where we go. And let's just see. We're gonna try to quit out normally. Worked fine the last time. May or may not work this time. Waiting with bated breath. In any case, it's quiet for now. And we... it's actually doing it. Well, hot damn. You know? Maybe. Maybe sorta. Okay. Well, now it's having problems. But we're not on this end. Anyway. So we're in a new environment, and we're kind of learning the ropes, feeling out the pecking order. There is another Bearilla. Seems to be just as well-tempered as the first one, so at the very least no surprises there. But children of a summer camp have grown up and separated themselves into tribes, venerating their teacher. That's gonna be a problem to fucking navigate around. It is basically only bandits, I think, are the ones that are fine to murder off and still keep Alyosha's fluids at the levels that I require them to be. We'll continue next time with some bandits to kill. Just a moment to really let our hair down, to shake our hands out and get real loose. Just wallow in some good old-fashioned murder. Until then, I'll leave you to wander around on your own. See ya.